Social Conflict and the Kardashians by Kyra McDonnell, Maddie Teal, Paige Stopperich, and Ted Lawson. In this project, my teammates and I wanted to talk about the social conflict theory. More specifically, we wanted to talk about how the reality TV stars of the Kardashian Jenner family exemplify this theory. But first, let's define what the social conflict theory is. The social conflict theory is a Marxist-based social theory which argues that individuals and groups within society have differing amounts of wealth and power, and that the more powerful groups use their power in order to exploit the groups with less power. This is similar to a reverse Robin Hood, in that instead of stealing from the rich to give to the poor, under this theory the rich steal from the poor to become even more rich and more powerful. In order to show how certain members of the Kardashian family exemplify the social conflict theory, we must start by talking about their past and how they became rich and powerful in the first place. The Kardashian family first came into the spotlight when Kris Kardashian's then husband, Robert Kardashian, famously defended O.J. Simpson while O.J. was on trial for murder of his wife. Several years later, Kim Kardashian shot the family's name into the press even more when a sex tape was leaked featuring her and popular rapper Ray J. Soon afterwards, the entire family began starring in a reality TV show called Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and each member of the family have become increasingly rich and increasingly powerful through their reality TV shows, photo shoots, iPhone apps, and general public attention. Arguably the most famous Kardashian is Kim. Born October 21st, 1980, this 35-year-old model and entrepreneur has accomplished a lot in her life. She is founder and owner of Dash Boutique, a luxury store catering mostly to the wealthy. On May 24th, 2014, Kim married famous singer Kanye West, and the two have since gone on to have two children together, named North and Saint. Even with two kids to take care of, Kim has many product lines and TV shows and has a current net wealth of over $85 million. Her husband, Kanye, is also very wealthy, and the two have proven to be a very powerful couple. Kim has had an interesting life. After originally becoming famous after a sex tape leaking between her and Ray J, she took the opportunity of the spotlight to attempt at clearing her image, while at the same time bolstering her bank account. In early 2007, Kim did her first nude shoot for a magazine, Playboy. She has since followed this up with numerous additional shots for any number of magazines, and each one takes the internet by storm. Kim continued her streak of success in June 2014 by creating an iPhone app called Kardashian Hollywood. Within 3 months, the game had already garnered over $40 million in revenue. With the understanding of who Kim is and what she has accomplished in her life, I would like to argue that she represents the ideas of the social conflict theory, which, as a reminder, is how the rich and powerful in this world exploit those of us without as much fortune. Starting with her iPhone game. The game essentially allows players to live in the life of Kim Kardashian vicariously through the app, from the red carpets and photo shoots to all the glamour that comes along with being a Kardashian. The only problem is, the game heavily relies on in-app purchases for you to progress to any real depth, resulting in players of a lower class than her having to pay Kim herself money to live her glamorous lifestyle through their phone screen. Another example that I will mention are the nude photo shoots that she does for various magazines. People who are addicted to pornography will spend lots of money purchasing all the magazines she is featured in, even though they would never otherwise purchase that magazine. This shows the level of power Kim has over those just with her body. Next, let's talk about the youngest member of the crew, Kylie Jenner. Being the youngest star on the Kardashians show at only the age of 18, Kylie has done quite well for herself. She currently resides in a $2.6 million, 5.5-bedroom mansion in Calabasas, California, and, like Kim, is also dating another very famous person, in her case, the well-known rapper Tyga. She has recently become known for how her lip surgeries increase her size of her lips, which lead to a viral internet trend known as the Kylie Jenner Lip Challenge. Even at the young age of 18, she's already accumulated a net worth of over $10 million. Being only 9 years old when the first episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians aired, Kylie spent the majority of her life in the spotlight. She began modeling as a young teenager with her sister Kendall, who was only a year older than her. Recently, Kylie started her own brand called Kylie's Cosmetics, which is in a range of products, most notably, though, a line of lip gloss and lipsticks that are currently sold out across the entire website. I would next like to make the argument that Kylie is also part of the ideas behind the social conflict theory. Being the youngest Jenner, she has used the fame and position that were handed to her by her family and used them to negotiate better modeling contracts than other women could achieve, and she also got them at a much younger age. Also, Due to the viral nature of the Kylie Jenner lip challenge drawing attention to her lips, as well as the many surgeries she has undergone to appear the way she is, young girls are more likely to believe that buying items from her line of beauty products will make them look like her. She is taking advantage of people with less money than her by charging them a premium for products just because they have her name on it. Once again, reallocating wealth from the less powerful to the most powerful. Another Kardashian that can be identified as embodying the principles of social conflict theory is Khloe. Becoming the third Kardashian sister, Khloe was born on June 17, 1984. Like her sister Kylie, she too lives in an expensive mansion in Calabasas, California. Aside from being a star on Keeping Up with the Kardashian, Khloe has also been a star in reality TV show Kourtney and Khloe Take Miami, as well as her own personal show, Cocktails with Khloe. She is previously married to professional basketball player Lamar Odom until his eventual drug overdose and ensuing coma were too much to forgive. She is a successful TV star, published author, and is currently sitting on a net wealth over $25 million. In the first few seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe was the only sister that was not supermodel skinny, and she embraced her body type. However, she was constantly faced with pressure from her sisters and the public to lose weight. In time, she did lose weight and decided to write a book about the process entitled Strong Looks Better Naked. From there, Khloe hosted her own show, Cocktails with Khloe, in which she hangs out with other famous actors over drinks while talking random topics and playing various games. Although it is a good thing that Khloe began to eat better and live a healthier lifestyle, I would argue that publishing a book to monetize on your story once again shows a certain level of beholding to the ideas of social conflict theory. Her book was essentially just a collage of Instagram posts, random stories, and a few health snacks mixed in, and a lot of girls were tricked into buying it thinking they would also be able to lose weight if they followed the ideas in the book. Similar to Kylie's makeup products, they take this successful position in one area and try to market it to people who need a similar transformation. Another example is her reality show, Cocktails with Khloe. The show primarily features Khloe, a high-profile person in her own regard, hanging out with other people who are also rich and famous. People who are not in the same social class as her watch the show because they dream of being rich and powerful themselves. The only irony being that by watching her show, they are only making her more rich and powerful. The viewers themselves are accomplishing nothing. Finally, I want to discuss how Caitlyn Jenner has also recently embodied the ideas associated with the social conflict theory. Caitlyn Jenner, born Bruce Jenner in 1949, recently transitioned into a female at the age of 65. In recognition of her extremely courageous late-life transition in front of national television, she was awarded the Arthur Ashe Courage Award in 2015. Caitlyn is a former Olympian and is currently the most wealthy member of the family, with a net wealth hovering over $100 million. Caitlyn has had many achievements in her life, including winning the gold medal in the 1976 Olympic decathlon, an event that is often regarded as the highest level of athletic achievement in the world. In 2015, then Bruce sat down with Diane Sawyer for an interview on live TV that was being watched by over 20 million people. He came out as transgender and suggested he would transition into his full authentic female self in the near future. Shortly after the interview, a Vanity Fair article was released featuring the first ever photos of who we now know to be Caitlyn. Caitlyn is best known for her show, I Am Kate, in which she travels around the country to speak at events and with families, spreading knowledge and acceptance about the transgender community. After winning the decathlon, then Bruce went on to do motivational speeches as his career. These speeches would be to huge audiences in lobbies of big corporations, to employees of companies with the intent of motivating them to do better in their career. However, he didn't do these speeches for a reasonable rate. He would sell single speeches for sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, all because of who he was. Caitlyn now identifies with the ideas around the social conflict theory because she took advantage of her power and name recognition and charged millions of dollars to people who all they wanted was to be motivated and inspired by her past. Another reason I recognize Kate as following the principles of the social conflict theory is that immediately after transitioning into a woman, she begins monetizing her change by starting a new reality show. The idea behind it is wonderful. Spreading love and acceptance toward a misunderstood community is great. But if she really wanted to help the community, she could have done it in a way that does not continuously empower her as the leader of the transgender community, because that makes other members of the community seem like they're all just followers. To end off the video, I just wanted to show you all a couple photos of the families as they are today. The left-hand side photo is Caitlyn and her really expansive family. I believe that was when she won the Asher Arth Award, so there's a few of her friends there as well. On the right-hand side, you've got the Kardashians and a couple of Jenners as well, as they are today. And that's about it, guys. So this is our works cited page. I want to show it just a few seconds here. And thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.